Hi everybody, welcome to Az's Point of View. Now, I'm sure you know by now I've been a bouncer for probably about 17 years and I've seen a whole load of stuff. So I'm going to tell you about an experience that I went through which you might find interesting. So let's have a look at this. Now, I remember working in elbow rooms. This is probably going back about, I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago, maybe. But okay, elbow rooms was in Islington. It was quite a notorious place because I'm sure I told you before, the previous head doorman to me was shot on that door. We had a shooting on New Year's Eve. The place was just a bit crazy. So I remember it was a quiet day during the week. Can't remember what day, but I'm just standing on the door. 3 guys come up. Now, they're a bit drunk. They just seem a bit shady to me. They tried to come into the venue. It was me and my colleague Jan. Just 2 doormen on the door. It's quiet week. Didn't need many security on that day. 3 guys come up. I refused them entry. Now, one of these guys was a big guy. Now, I'm 6'2". He's probably about the same size as me, but much wider. Refused them entry. They turned around, walked off. I thought nothing of it. So they go to the bar across the road called Anam, it was called. Now, they didn't have any security on that night. It was just a quiet bar. So they walked in. The manager was at the door. He refused them entry. Now, there must be some sort of altercation between the big guy and the manager because the 3 guys walked off down the road and suddenly the big guy I could see the attitude was just like, nah, I'm not having that. And he turned around and started storming back to Anam. So I knew he was going to do something. He went in the door. So I ran across the road to the club. I got there a bit too late. The big guy walked in, bang, punched the manager. Now, so I grabbed him from behind, put my hand on his chin and my hand on the other hand on the back of his head. And I just tilted his head backwards, just got off balance, bit of Aikido in there. And then I just pulled him outside and pushed him down to the floor. Now he got up and he comes at me. Now by this time, my colleague had jumped in. He's restraining one of the guys and the big guy's coming towards me. Another guy of his friends comes towards me from this side and his mate just punches me, bang, square in the face. Now I'm just thinking, now I'm in a situation. Because I got the big guy coming, this guy just hit me, what do I do? All my Aikido just went out the window, okay? Fortunately for me, I had a Maglite torch in my pocket. A Maglite torch is a torch about that big. You can get big ones, mine's about that big. It's made out of like a really hard material, almost metal, and it's just big. So I pulled it out and I cracked the guy around his face. The big guy, boom, he went down, blood coming from his face. The guy who just hit me, he just suddenly saw, okay, the big guy's out of action. He panicked, he did a runner. I chased him. Now, I chased him down the road and he tripped and he fell on the floor. And he was cowering on the floor like so scared. And in the end, I looked at him and I just thought to myself, you're just pathetic. Now, as he was cowering on the floor, his glasses fell off. So I didn't even touch him. Stamped on his glasses, broke his glasses, took his shoe off his foot, and I threw it up on the roof. They had these houses and they had like these roofs just above the nightclub, threw it on top of the roof. Now, I didn't think of anything of it at the time, but action kind of saved me because the manager from Anam, he called the police. Police come. You know, now what happened with the police? These 3 guys saying, oh, these guys they're telling their side of the story. We're just calmly telling our side. One of the guys gets kind of irritable and starts getting like rude to the police. So the police he starts getting a bit aggressive. Police end up grabbing him, handcuffing him. Now this was a guy whose shoe I threw on the roof. So he's standing there with one shoe in handcuffs and he's kicking off and everything. And the other guy, not the big guy which I hit with a torch, but the other mate which my friend restrained. He starts saying, pointing at me, saying, he hit my mate, he hit my mate, he's got a baton on him, he's got a baton. And so the police kind of look at me as if to say, well, what's going on here? Where's this baton? You know, and I can see what's coming next is they're going to start searching me and they're going to find this Maglite torch on me, maybe with the guy's blood in it, and I'm going to get arrested. But then the idiot went and said, yeah, he hit my mate. He's got a baton. He threw it up on the roof, he said. And then I just kind of paused and the policeman looked at him. Now this was about 2 o'clock in the morning. Policeman knocked on a door to one of the neighbours of the club, woke these people up, explained the situation, went in the house, climbed out their window and got on the roof. And he's looking on the roof for a while, looking on the roof. A couple minutes later, he comes down and he holds up the shoe to the guy who was saying, I had a ban. He says to him, it was a shoe, you idiot. You made me go all the way up there for nothing. And then they just arrested the guy, told the other two guys, called an ambulance for the big guy, told the other guy to get lost. And that was it. You know, it's like the action of me throwing the shoe on the roof basically saved me, because I know if the police had found that torch on me, they'd known I had hit him, I would have been in some sort of trouble. But fortunately for the idiot who started saying I threw it on the roof, obviously he just didn't see what I threw on the roof. He saw me throw something on the roof, thought I was trying to get rid of evidence or something, and which actually saved me. So that's one I got away with. Now for me, I see it like this. I was acting in self-defense. I got a big guy here. His mate has just hit me. He's got another mate somewhere. Fortunately, my friend was restraining him. And I just thought, look, I'm not playing around here. There's no time for anything fancy here. I need to take these guys out, which is basically what I did. Now, in hindsight, I could have really hurt the guy. But at the same time, he could have really hurt me because he was a big guy. But hey, that's one situation I got away with, and if I could rewind time, I'd probably do it all over again. But look, I've got many stories to tell, and you're going to hear a few of them, and hopefully you'll find them interesting, because when I look back on them, they were good times. But hey, that's life, you know, and I'm sure I'll have more stories to tell in the future because I'm still doing this job on the weekend. But hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time on Azzy's Point of View.